right. Welcome back to Untamed and Unapologetic. This is podcast number lucky 13, right? And obviously, apropos, it is right around Halloween time and all the witches have come out to play. Well, we're out year round, but especially right now. And I'm Lara, and this is my sister Christy, and we are talking today about the cost of being a good girl, And sort of the tagline of today's podcast, and we're going to do this in two parts today, is awareness begins when you stop performing and start listening to your body. So just something to think about.
Yes.
And
we say the name? You did, right?
Yeah, I did. Untamed and Unapologetic. I got it. So we're talking about being a good girl energy, and sort of that invisible conditioning that we've had. You know, that so many of us are taught to play nice and stay small, which is important, obviously, to be nice as a human, to be a good person.
Yes.
To be a good person, obviously, to not be a jerk. However, you know, women especially are taught to sort of earn love by keeping everyone happy and to stay nice and to be small. And, you know, have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but you still feel disconnected and you're resentful and exhausted? And if that is how you felt or feel, then this is a podcast you want to listen to, you know?
Yes.
So yeah. So the good girl energy, what is it really? You know, what is that really? What is that really to you?
Being good.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's that thing that says, you know, I'm fine, and we all do it, you know. How are you? Sure. I'm fine. You know, when you're really not fine. And sometimes it's appropriate, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, it's an appropriate answer to things. You know, you're in the middle of your work day or something in the office, and I'm
but
fine.
what does it look? Yeah, it's not even what you say,
know.
But it's how you act. It's being good. It's always being polite. Or I think women are more, I think Jordan Peterson says this, they're not as aggressive as men, and they're more, what's the word? Accommodating.
Yes,
accommodating. We're very more accommodating. Always making people feel good. You don't want to hurt people's feelings, and I definitely very much like this. It's like, oh, I hate making people feel bad because then I'll feel bad.
Right. You don't want to make people feel bad. You don't want to be a jerk.
Yeah, but instead of telling the truth. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Instead of telling people the truth.
Like
men will be like, what do you wear? Well, you'll do this sometimes. You used to be like very good at being like, what are you wearing? Like, I was like, my sister will always tell me like, what is that jacket? I was like, I used to like this until now. That makes you look fat.
Oh, it's not a good look on you.
Yeah. But generally women will be like, oh, that looks good on you. I'm like, maybe not.
Yeah, right. Like there's nothing, you don't have to be mean. Like, hey, how does this look? You don't have to be like, you look like a fucking fat ass.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to, that's nasty.
No.
You don't have to be nasty.
But,
but you could say, you know, well, how does this look? You know what? Actually, that jacket is not particularly flattering.
Yeah.
Or, you know, that's not, you know what? Actually, I'm not a fan of that on you.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I've seen things that flatter you better. Like you can be honest without being rude.
Right. Yeah.
Certainly. And then like, I want to know, like, you know, like I've put things on and I'm like, I don't know about this. And it's like, how's this look on me?
Yeah.
I want to know, like, does this look good? Or am I like, am I not sure for a reason? And they're like, nope, that ain't right on you.
Yeah.
I want to know. Don't bullshit me, you know?
Yeah,
but I think as women, we're like taught to, oh yeah, no, that looks great.
You look great. It's like,
not so much. You know, like, yeah.
Yeah. I also feel like good girl energy is also, you're always pleasing everyone else. And I feel like it's really hard to know and draw the line of when am I doing this? Because you have to do things. I mean, you want to do things for other people.
Absolutely.
But it's also like when it crosses the line, when you're exhausted. There was something I read. It's like you're exhausted, overwhelmed, and then you're resentful. That's the big one, resentful. Because I get like that. I'm like doing everything. And then I get mad in my mind. And I was just like, well, I created that myself.
Right. I did this to
Yeah,
me.
I did this to
I'm
self.
pissed off. And
you're
I
like
did it.
resentful inside.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a hard one to break, I feel.
Yeah. So what is that looking well, what is that looking like for you right now and how is that changed? Well,
Hmm.
we definitely start to shed that as we get into, perimenopause, menopause
Yeah.
because our hormonal changes. I mean that's what happens.
Hmm.
Um you've seen a lot of us have probably seen by now if you have social media the We Do Not Care Club. If you haven't seen her on social media, she's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
awesome. She's
we
got a
need to
ton of
get her on here.
followers, but that's what happens. And part of that is legitimately the hormonal changes and the changes that are going on in our brain is that sort of like the legit like we do not
We do
care
not care.
like where we used to have those hormones and those that sort of the brain chemical thing where
Yeah.
we put up with different things and sort of
Yeah.
accommodated
What?
and for good reason because a
Right.
lot of us were managing young children and a lot of family things and you sort of did that because you had to function and perform in
Hmm.
you had to do that, right?
Yeah.
But now you've
We
gotten
do
older,
not
your
care.
kids maybe are older, you're whatever, and now you're like, I don't need to put up with this shit anymore. Like, I
I
do
think,
not care.
yeah, I do not care. I think it's the biggest one. Well, the biggest change for me is like is realizing that when I was younger, like social obligations, because it's like you're supposed to be
Yeah.
social or where we live in an extroverted world. And I
Mm.
realize I'm
I'm
definitely
not.
introverted. And you can also be social and introverted,
You
those things,
can.
because I definitely am social, but introverted. So I need my downtime and I don't always like to do things, but I always felt bad when I stayed in. Or if you're like,
Mm.
you're in your 20s or 30s on a Friday night and you're like, I don't want to go out, but I feel like a dud because I'm like, just want to be at home. And now I'm like, hell no, I ain't going out. Like
I do
certain
not
times I want
care.
to, but I do not care. And I
I
do
do not
not like,
care.
see
I'm
you tomorrow.
staying
I'm going to
in.
bed early. I was
Mhm.
working one night and they're like, oh, I was getting off and they're like, what are you doing after this? I go, oh no. I go home, I go to bed. I'm like pajamas. Friday, like in the pajamas. Sometimes, like I let myself watch a movie. I was like, "This is it, girl. This is it." I get up early on Saturday because I want to, because I like to enjoy my day. But I used to feel so much guilt around it. It was like people pleasing. Oh, I got to push myself to go out or
Right.
be, so, because it's like etiquette. Now I'm like, oh no, no, like you can be social when you want to. So then those times when I do have the opportunity, I look forward to it instead
Right.
of like dreading social things. Like, that's the big thing. I feel that's shifted for myself. I
Right.
do not
Yeah.
care. I'm in bed with my hot
I do not
chocolate.
care. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sort of put that aside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, yeah, I've always sort of been a little bit more outspoken, but now even more so. My filter
Because
is really gone,
yeah,
you
that's good.
know, but, you
The
know,
thing is, and then usually the fear is people not liking you because you
right.
have
My
that filter.
filter's gone,
Yeah.
you
Still
know,
have that. I was like, I want people to like me.
yeah, I don't care
Yeah, you do care.
a
And
lot
I
of times. I
respect
don't
that
care.
in a lot of people.
And and it's not like I'm trying to be mean. I just don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I
Yeah.
don't need you to like me. There's certain people I definitely 100% care what they think.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
I feel like when people are like, "Oh, you don't care what people think," I go, "That is
No, that's
never."
not
I
true.
go,
There's
"That there, you can." I don't
absolutely
think you can really ever get to that. It's really hard to get to that point. It's
no.
like because you live in society.
I live
It's like,
no, I absolutely care
like,
what
who
people
cares what people
think.
think? I'm like,
No, that's
you
not true.
always are. I don't
Yeah.
know. First,
No, but
yeah,
certain people, certain things, no, I absolutely don't care.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
and
definitely
like,
better.
there are times I care a lot less about
Hmm.
a lot of people,
Yeah,
what they care. I have at my other career job, I have staff and I have to enforce policies and whatever and sometimes I'm not always
you're not the good
everyone
guy.
the good guy and guess what? I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
that's yeah.
Like I don't need to be
You don't feel bad,
they don't need to be my
right?
friends.
Yeah, that's
I
yes,
want them to I would like them to respect me as their supervisor.
right.
Um, Ideally, I like to treat everyone equally
Yeah,
and show them that I do. If they don't like it,
yeah, but you don't
I
care.
don't care.
I don't. I do
I
not
don't
care.
care. That's the way it
I do
goes.
not
Like
care
these are
club.
the rules. I'm going to follow the policies and
Yes.
If you don't like it, well, tough shit. I don't care.
Yes.
So that's the kind of thing. Like, they don't need to like me.
People pleasing.
Like, if you're pissed off, well, I'm sorry.
Too bad.
Too bad.
This is the last question.
Yeah, I don't care.
What am I afraid of will happen if I stop being good?
Yeah.
I always thought like I was like, oh, I won't have any friends. That sounds so sad.
Yeah.
Like if I do have to do a certain thing or keep up social obligations, like
Yeah, people won't
they'll
like you.
fade away. Not even they won't like me, they just won't be there because if you're not engaged, which is, again, you do have to put energy into family relationships.
Yeah, you do.
But it was just like, oh, I have to keep this up. And yeah. And a lot of people, again, don't care and they'll still be there if you're, a lot of friendships, it's like are lower maintenance, right? It's like, I cannot see. I just saw a friend that I haven't seen her in years and she came in for the weekend. It was like, we just talked the whole entire weekend, but it was like, you don't have to see each other or be friends with people on a daily basis anymore. You know what I mean? Like friendships can last
when you're older,
especially a lot. You realize they can last a lifetime. And even my college friends, like I feel like there was a period of, and we'd met in college. And then when they were raising their children, it's like, didn't talk to them for a very long time or here and there. And then all of a sudden their kids are older. Like we talk all the time now. It's just different. Right. So it's super interesting who comes in and out of your life as you, I mean, it doesn't have to do with the good girl, but yeah, you don't have to constantly be giving energy to everything. I think that's a good, all at once. Yeah. Everything all at once.
Yeah. I think, what would happen? Yeah, I think I worry about like, oh, they're going to, I'm not so much that I'm not going to have friends, but like everyone's going to think I'm a bitch.
Oh, yes.
Like I'm worried everyone's going to think I'm a complete bitch. I'm going to get a reputation as a bitch, which I might actually have a reputation as a bitch anyway. I don't think I have a reputation necessarily about being a bitch. I do know I have a little bit of a reputation as sort of people think. It's a good and a bad thing. I think people have a little bit of reputation of that I'm a badass and that there's a little bit of fear around me, a little bit of intimidating presence. I have a little bit of an intimidating presence. Maybe it's the witch hat. Maybe it's the hat. I don't wear this normally. I don't wear this normally, which I get because I'm a little bit outspoken and I'm, but I'm actually quite nice when you get to know me.
Yes. I have one little
bit hard of an exterior.
Right, yeah. You're more of a harder, you're not like warm and fuzzy.
I'm not.
You're not a warm and fuzzy.
I'm not
type. You're not warm and fuzzy. Yes.
You're not going to just get hugs right away.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I will give hugs.
Right. Just, the different exterior.
Takes some time. Takes a little minute. Takes a minute.
One time somebody called me, it was like in my earlier career in law enforcement. Somebody said something to me and they called me a bitch. And I would never been called a bitch. And I literally was like, really? Because I was always like, oh, you're so nice. You're nice. You're so nice. And I wanted to be a nice person. It's not that I didn't want it, but it was like, oh, you're nice. And it was just like, you kind of wanted like, you lose that edge. You're a bitch. I am. And so when you're not the thing, right, you get called it. I was like, oh, thank you.
See, I like if anyone ever described me as nice, I was like, you don't get me, do you?
See, it's the opposite. It's so
she's
funny.
really nice.
You're like, I got you fooled. I got you fooled.
She's really nice. That's what you got? Really?
Yes, exactly.
You picked that up?
Yeah, you're like, oh, you're so nice.
Wow. I got you fooled. No, I am.
My gosh.
I could be.
I'm so nice.
Yeah.
All right. We have a part 2 to this. We're going to dive in a little bit deeper on a little bit of topic like this.
Something to think about.
What
What have you been taught about your good girl energy and where has it gotten you?
Mm-hmm.
Where has it served you? But where has it, what roadblock has it, put up for you in life? And where is it falling away now that you're in your, now that you're sort of in
the midlife,
you're in your
shift.
Second half. Yeah. In the good stuff.
Where in my life am I saying yes to earn love instead of saying yes from truth? Oh, that's a good one.
Right?
Yeah. Yes from truth. So we're going to leave you with that. Where in my life am I saying yes to earn love instead of saying yes from truth?
Yeah.
Ooh. And with that, we will see you in episode 13, part 2. We're going to talk about, the more of diving into the rebellion of being the good girl.
Being the good girl. Until then, stay untamed and unapologetic.